Ian and I wrote the story you're about to hear, but there's no way in hell we're gonna sit down long enough to actually read it to you. Also, Ian had a little technical issue. His voice isn't as pretty as mine. My driver will do the reading like he does every week, since he works for me anyway.
Stay. Written by Ian and Arron Hellraiser. Ian. It's been one long-ass patrol after another, and I don't even give a fuck anymore. Sure, I get what Arron's doing by sending me on these. He's taking my mind off her. Well, got news for him. He's going to pay for trying to do a good thing. I'm finally home, sitting at the large oak dining table Brother and I built together. Coffee cup in hand, staring into space and thinking, if I could only pass out. I get a text. Where are you? From you-know-who. While I hesitate to even tell him I'm home, what more can he do? I text back, home. His return text is what sends my phone flying across the room. Stay. I'm not some fucking dog who obeys sit, stay, lay down commands, and I've just about had all I can take of him being his usual big brother bossy surly self. Yet I don't move, other than to stand and refill my already empty cup. I sit back down and stare into the mug, waiting. Sure enough, not long before Arron comes storming through the door, a wad of papers in his hand. I slowly look up and just stare. Arron. The mood Ian's been in lately, I'm not sure he'll still be in the house when I get there. He's just as likely to be 3 realms away, daring me to come get him. So it's a mixed set of feelings that rush through me when I walk in the door and see him there. I'm happy, even a bit relieved, to see he didn't defy my instructions to wait for me here. At the same time, the set of his jaw and the expression in his eyes sparked the desire to smack him across the room, hell, across the state. Why is it brothers can ignite instant anger into each other? All right, Ian. I know you've been through the ringer lately. I get that. I'm trying to be sensitive and tolerant and all that metrosexual shit. Damn it, bro. You've pushed me clear over the edge and I'm done. You have to get a grip. Frustration has driven my voice even deeper than normal, and there's as much growl as gravel in it. I mean, I'm trying to keep myself under control, but the stack of bills I have in my hand is the last straw, and I'm losing the battle. Balling up the envelopes, loose papers, email printouts, and postcards in my oversized hand, I shake them at Ian and roar, Ian, do you have any idea what these are? Are you really so oblivious, so wrapped up in your little woe-is-me pity party that you don't realize the amount of time and energy I've expended, the number of favors I've had to call in to take care of your messes? Not to mention the amount of money involved, dude. Ian. I doubt seriously Arron would laugh, knowing he's talking to me, and all I hear is the Charlie Brown adult voice. Wah, wah, wah. So what if he's doing something for a change? It's not like he's running patrol 24/7. For fuck's sake, he knows how I am when I'm in a good mood, wreaking havoc and fun wherever I go. Now, I do the same for a very different reason. I give him a shrug of my shoulders. A couple bills, so what? It's not like we can't afford it. So sorry I made your life tough. I stand to refill my coffee, giving him no more attention, when I see him swing from my peripheral. I duck just in time and turn to face him, jaw ticking in frustration, eyes turning the crimson red of hellfire. My voice a low growl. I'm not a child or a damn dog to be controlled. He points to the chair. His eyes, too, hold the fires of hell, his stance at the ready. I purposefully take my time refilling my coffee, staring out the window a bit, looking through the fridge for something I don't want to eat, before finally sitting back down and fixing him with a droll stare. Arron. The chair groans when I ease into it across the table from Ian. I don't want to control you. That's the point. You need to start controlling yourself. And it's not just a couple bills. I have no problem with the occasional layout of bail money. Been there myself a few times. But this has gotten way out of hand, Ian. Laying a huge stack of pay-up-or-die notices midway between us. Let's take a look at what you've accomplished in the last few weeks, shall we? One by one, I take an envelope or other document from the pile and state what we're expected to pay for with each one as I set it to the side and reach for the next. We're still getting demands for payment and threats of lawsuits from that massive power outage along the East Coast a couple of months ago. This one is for the state, all of it, of Georgia. Then holding up the Journal of Astronomy and Astrophysics. Now, admittedly, no one is going to be billing us for this, but still, giving the planet Jupiter another moon? Which realm is now missing a moon, Ian? Scientists are about to lose their minds trying to explain how it just appeared one night. Not to mention all the calculations that have been thrown off by the new gravitational influence of your new little gift to astronomers. And this, what in the world made you think it was a good idea to move the Big Ben clock from the Tower of London to a spot just outside the Queen's bedroom? When it began to chime at 3 a.m., the old woman screamed, fell out of bed, and nearly had a heart attack. Okay, it was kind of funny, but we don't need that kind of attention, bro. Oh, here's a cute one. Los Angeles is demanding payment for the 2,324 pair of handcuffs you've stolen from them. What the hell, man? I've been working myself up into more of a full-blown rage with the recitation of each piece of evidence of Ian's poor thinking and judgment. Slamming a large ream of documents on the table. Here's a favorite of mine, Ian. Seriously. What were you thinking? In one spectacular night, you managed to not only straighten the Leaning Tower of Pisa, you then just had to follow up by making the Eiffel Tower lean 14 degrees. They're suing us for millions in lost tourist revenue. The freaking list just goes on, and I'm fed up with cleaning up after your ass. The money isn't the issue. It's your immature and irresponsible behavior. If I have to, I'll knock you into the next galaxy, but you are going to get your act together, Ian. And in case you haven't grasped it yet, I am not making this optional. Ian. I can't help it. A low rumbling chuckle rolls from deep within, whether from being sleep-deprived, too much patrol, the sheer number of insanely over-the-top pranks, how riled Arron is, or any combination thereof. I laugh. Each bill he throws down on the table seems to top the last one, and I just laugh. Then he tears it. He can't just chew me out and punish me with more patrol. No, he has to play the I'm immature and irresponsible card. Fuck that shit to hell and back. A sweep of my arm sends the bills flying off the table, scattering like frightened white birds and dropping to the floor. This, of course, enrages Arron, and he grabs at my wrist. Before he can get an iron-ass hold on me, I wrench away and begin to stand. His other maw of a hand closes into a fist, and he moves to cuff me into another realm. I lean back, the air swirling around me as he barely misses. Strike two! Hey, batter, swing, batter! You want to go at me? Come on, I yell at him. In a split second, I'm standing, and with a roar, throw the heavy table to the side. Before he can stand to his full height, I crouch and barrel into him, catching him a bit off guard. We fall into a heap of flailing arms and legs. It isn't often we fight each other, for a good reason. He may have some size on me, but we're pretty equal in battle abilities. Arron. Oh, hell no. Ian is destructive enough when he's playing, and this is definitely the opposite of just messing around. I'm not about to let him destroy our kitchen. When Ian slams into me, I go with his momentum and roll back to my feet, Ian firmly in my grasp. Quickly calculating that a broken window is a fair trade for an intact kitchen, I spin and throw Ian through the glass in the upper half of the back door. I follow him into the backyard where we meet with a combined roar of rage and frustration. Showing some restraint, we retain our human form to minimize the damage we do to each other, but I have a feeling that won't last. Ian charges me, but is brought up short by a left jab to the chin, which he counters with a solid fist to my solar plexus, the force of the blows driving grunts from each of us. For the next few minutes, it seems even the birds are shocked into silence, and the only sound is the relentless thud, thud, thud of Ian and me standing toe to toe, trading blows. Ian. Yep, I've had it to the top of my temper with him, and he with me as well. The blows rain down, getting us nowhere fast. We both can take a punch, that much is obvious. A grunt here, a thud there. We're rolling around in the grass, through a pond, taking out a tree or three. At this rate, we're going to destroy the property and little else. With a roar, I step back and glower at brother. He crouches, ready for anything. With a smirk and a crook of my finger, "That all you got, bro?" I morph to hellhound and disappear in a swirling cloud that is me. I can't see him, but I feel his power as he quickly morphs and follows me. We jump a few realms, stopping in each to turn and fight. You can see the damage in our wake, a few trees flying through the air, a building suddenly collapses. But unless you look closely, you can't see us. Even then, we're a swirling mass of energy. An ear here, a flash of enormous canine there, a giant paw swiping through the air. As the fight continues, we morph back and forth from human to hellhound. Blow met by blow, growl for growl, snap of steel jaw for the same. I know I've done damage to him. I smell the coppery scent of blood. He's done damage to me as well, and after one particularly vicious blow from him, I morph to human, land on all fours and assess the damage. Blood smears my face, a long, deep gash across my chest, and by the struggle for breath, a rib or three broken. The fuck if he's gonna best me runs through my fogged brain just as he morphs behind me, picks me up and hurls me into a brick wall. I slide down the wall, my view at the oddest angle, when it dawns on me. Not only is the building crumbling around me, but my neck is broken. Arron stands over me, fist clenched, chest heaving. "You done, baby brother?" I twist my neck and stand to face him, eyes glowing, and growl, "Not by a long shot. I'm not controlled by anyone, not even you, Arron." Arron. Ian and I circle each other, catching our breath and looking for any sign of weakness to take advantage of. Blood is running freely from our deep and numerous wounds, turning the ground beneath us into a dark, foul-smelling mud. Grimacing, I pull the flap of skin and muscle hanging from my left arm into place, and I tuck my intestines back inside where they belong, holding everything for a moment until I feel my fast-healing body start to bind the tissue together again. I see Ian is holding his head upright with a fist in his hair. That broken neck will take longer to knit than just some skin or sinew. I'm aware of and able to assess our situation and our condition in the space of a couple of breaths, so it's no surprise when Ian launches himself at me with a blood-curdling battle cry. Even with needing to hold his head in one hand, Ian is a formidable opponent, and I give ground in the face of a blur of kicks and one-handed blows that could remove the head from a grizzly. Ian is a dervish, seemingly coming at me from all sides at once. I managed to land one side kick to his knee, follow up with a solid right to his jaw, jarring his hand loose from his head and causing it to flop back so he's looking at the world behind him, but upside down. I start to press my advantage when he suddenly grins. The classic full-toothed Ian grin, upside down. I try to repress it, but a deep, growly chuckle rumbles through me when he speaks. "Damn, bro, you even fugglier from this angle." Clearing my throat in an effort to mask the chuckle and appear determined to continue the fight. "Ian, I'm not done with you yet, but I can't stand looking at your head flopping all over the place every time you move. Morph to Hellhound. Pop those vertebrae back into place." Assuming Hellhound form myself, I snarl at him, canines dripping and eyes burning red, to remind Ian I'm serious about teaching him a lesson in self-control. I just hope he hurries up and fixes that broken neck. He looks ridiculous. Ian. Arron's right, as always, much as I hate to admit it. I'm having a whoa trippy moment with everything upside down. Takes just seconds to realize I'm basically upside down and backwards. At least my head is. Once Arron morphs, I quickly follow, immediately cracking my neck and aligning the vertebrae. But the visual still in my head is hilarious. I near fall over, laughing/growling at the stupidity of it all. Arron's growls sound far more like laughter than usual for him, and we both morph back to human. Well, that was fun, yeah? He eyes me, no doubt wondering if I've learned my lesson. I flash my trademark grin, and he knows full well I haven't. Not really. Yeah, I need to pull my head out my ass and get over her. But no, I'm never going to grow up and be responsible. Not like he thinks I should. I'm betting he really doesn't want me to. Laying on the now red-soaked muddy grass, we both start laughing and playfully punching at each other. We lean up on our elbows and survey the damage left in the wake of our fussing and laugh harder. "Oops, wonder how much this is going to cost you." He slowly turns and stares at me. I hold up a hand in mock surrender and laugh. Okay. How much this is going to cost us? Arron laughs and shakes his head. He stands and turns, holding out a hand to help me up. After accepting the help, I tilt my head, look at him, and with the most serious face I can muster at the time, "I think maybe King Tut should come back to life for a day or three, yeah?"